Hey there, 385. It is super hard to believe that we have come to the end. This is our last and final week learning together. It has been great getting to know you through your discussion boards and your assignments. Your cultural learning experiences were really great for me to read. It just tells me so much about you, and I was just very privileged that you shared those experiences with me. So pretty light on the number of assignments, but pretty significant assignments. All right, so let's take a look. The focus of week 8 is reflecting on your learning over the last 8 weeks. And the first reflection is your community service learning. So you should have been completing community service 10 hours over the last 8 weeks. There's no log or signature. It's very much an honor system. And you have 3 options for how you can share that community service experience with me. So if we're here in Brightspace and you go to week 8, here's the community service reflection. You have 3 options. You can create a journal with pictures. They can be clip art if you didn't take any pictures, but also like pictures of the building of the place that you went would work. Here's an example of one that a student did. Okay. It could also be in a Google slide deck here. So here's an example of one that a student did. Okay. And then the third option is a video on Padlet. So we've used Padlet quite a bit this year. So if you go to Padlet, one of the options for attachments is a video recorder, and you just record yourself talking about your experience. For the video will cut off at 2 minutes, so that's all that it is. And so you're just going to be explaining, and I find that it's pretty hard to fake 2 minutes of talking about something. So that's it. It is an honor system. The final assignment is the integrated lesson plan. And so what you're going to do is integrated means to combine. You're going to combine a social studies content area that could be history, it could be geography, it could be economics, it could be civics, with another content area such as math or reading or writing, PE, science. One question that I often get is, can I expand a lesson I already did? Yes. If you want to take your geography or your economics lesson plan and expand it, that's absolutely okay. So here are the directions for the integrated lesson plan. And I just want to note that this is actually going to be due on Friday, not on Sunday. It's due Friday, not on Sunday. And the reason it's due on Friday is I want time to be able to read them over the weekend and provide you an opportunity to make adjustments if you like. This is the full educational studies lesson plan. So it is a common lesson plan template that's used for all educational studies classes. So you're going to see additional components. Make sure to take a look at the samples to help you with that. This is a kindergarten one, so you can see that we've got content standards. Those are the social studies standards and math standards. You're going to need to have 2 sets of standards because this is an integrated lesson plan. She's got her reading standards as well. Her lesson objectives, again, there's going to be more than one because this is an integrated lesson plan. You're going to add in multiple intelligence, is technology integration, then your instructional strategies. The new section for this one is the assessment. So the informal or formative assessments is going to happen during each of the phases. So this is in the activating background knowledge. How will you know? This can be short, it can be quick, it can be an exit ticket, it can be a journal entry, it can be a game such as Kahoot or Wayground. And then you'll see her rationale. These rationales really should be significant. It's important that we know why we're teaching the way that we are. Here's another formative assessment. And then at the end, you're going to have a formal or summative assessment. Okay, formal or summative assessment. Oftentimes we think of that as a test, but it could be a project, it could be an essay, it could be a skit, but something that wraps up the learning at the very end. Here's another student example that you can look at. This one is for 6th grade, so showing you an upper grade example as well. Okay, just looking at that detail and that explanation. Okay, so this one did a quiz, and those are their quiz questions. So that's it for the integrated lesson plan. Because I am going to give everyone an opportunity to revise, there's no need to email me and be like, hey, can you look at this? Do your best, and then I will grade them on Saturday morning, and I will send it back to you. Again, purchasing lesson plans on Teachers Pay Teachers or Etsy or Canva or using AI such as ChatGPT or Gemini is in violation of campus integrity. And if there's any way to show that you have done that, you will get a 0 on the assignment. The last thing I ask, and this is optional because I can't require it, but it really is super important to me, and that is that you do the course evaluation. These are the directions for the course evaluation, and it really is incredibly important to me to get feedback from you. I've been teaching at the University of Laverne for 10 years, and in the 10 years, the needs of my students have changed. And I want to make sure that I'm always providing a meaningful, dynamic, interesting, engaging, and helpful course. And so those course evaluations are important. And I also want to make sure that I am respecting and honoring you as an individual, which is part of the course evaluation. So please take 5 minutes. It does not take long. And I promise that I'm reviewing those, but also that my department is reviewing at the university is reviewing these evaluations as well. Have a wonderful week, and I will reach out to you soon. Take care. Bye.